This book is one of the most important books you can get. Not because it's a book with interesting ideas, like many books are, just like filled with these words that kind of captivate your mind. And you finish the book, you say, wow, yeah, great. I don't know, something like The Power of Now or some of these amazing books, but it leaves you not really understanding how to. And this is a guide on how to, step by step. This is the culmination of knowledge of hundreds of years by millions of people training their attention. This is invaluable in terms of knowledge. This is one of the best sources you can get. If you ever, most people, it seems strange that in a world where everybody has ADD, attention deficit disorder, like you feel that your mind is completely restless, it feels a little strange and a little frustrating for most people to try to stabilize their attention. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be such a sexy task to do. So many people just skip it and try to get into some enlightenment technique, some kind of ultimate technique. But guess what? It just doesn't work. You know why? Because the power of any pointer of any technique you could get is based on the stability of your attention. Imagine that you want to go to a different city and you want to just do it as soon as possible. So you go and there start walking. But you have another option, which is instead of taking you, I don't know, imagine 2 weeks to get walking to the next city, you decide to spend one day of your life, in this case, fixing your bike. And guess what? Instead of taking 2 weeks, it will take you 2 days or maybe even just one day to get to this other city. So apparently it's slower, but in the practice, it's way faster. So we live in this fast-paced society where everything has to be get this weekend course and you will be enlightened instead of spending all your life meditating. Just do this. But I don't know, try that. And if it works, fantastic for you. But if it doesn't really work, any of these quick fix hacking solutions we have nowadays, if you're ready to do the work, if you're honestly on your knees, tired of suffering and ready to do what it needs to be done for real, then I will tell you this is the first most solid step. It has nothing to do with Buddhism. You can practice this uh, from from any walk of life. Um, it's just about stabilizing your attention, and the book describes different stages that you will go through when you attempt to stabilize your attention. By stabilizing your attention, I mean you will get one object, and you just at first just notice that your mind go crazy. You tell your mind, I want to be focusing my attention in here, and your mind will be just jumping around. And in the beginning, it will just happen every other second. So if you sit for 10 minutes, you may spend most of your time completely out. And most people don't even know what to do about it. I mean, just think about, did anyone actually train you or taught you how to stabilize your attention? And let me tell you that your attention is the most significant factor in the quality of your life, not just for spiritual growth, just for your career, for your relationships. The fact that you pay attention changes everything into a completely different quality and experience. So, without going into philosophies or anything like that, it's the most factual, powerful understanding you could get to, regardless of what you like to do, if you like to do this kind of meditation or this other kind of meditation. So, he will show you in this book step by step how to develop that. One of the most important things is first just noticing that in the beginning you will be only to go back to the object over and over. That it is okay. That is the first stage. It is normal. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just a habit. And by the same by the same process that these habits landed in your mind and you now feel without any control over your mental processes, you can reverse that. You can clean that programming in your mind to be distracted. And you do that by being patient and having very clear, specific processes, systems, way of doing it. I say this because if you just sit and try to pay attention to your breath, most people will just do it wrong. And you will push too hard, or you will fall asleep, or you will get distracted all the time. So it's so frustrating. Most people don't even try. They think, oh no, I'm not good at this. But let me tell you that this is exactly the missing link. There is a direct correlation between the stability of your attention and your satisfaction in life. So if you would only develop your attention, you are probably far away from most people trying to improve their lives. Because if you get just that thing right, then you will be able to, think about what it would mean to be able to manage your mind consciously. You will be able to not complain again, to not do any of these things are not good for you that you do, to procrastinate or whatever. Or, in the other hand, you will be able to do whatever you want to do whenever you do it. So if you decide to have a habit, good habit, healthy habit, you will just do it right away forever. Because there is stability, there is no contradiction in your mind. You will get very perfect mental health. And um, I'm gonna quit the word perfect. You'll get the best mental health you know of, because all mental health is related to distraction some way or another. So if you find someone who can keep their mind very stable, it means this person is very peaceful. You cannot do that by force. So, on the other hand, all mental illnesses, from anxiety, distress of any kind, depression, they have this characteristic in common: this incredible amount of distraction and unsustainability in terms of holding your mind into something. Let's say your goals, your dreams, whatever it is. For practical reasons, from the small scale of your life of succeeding in what you do, to the health, and to the extreme of spiritually succeed on being satisfied in every moment of your life, regardless of the environment. Attention, it is actually the path itself. We just call it pay attention to this, pay attention to that. But paying attention, the quality of your attention, will be the factor, the only factor that will determine if you do it or you don't. So follow the step-by-step guide, and you will find yourself, well, maybe confused at first. So I recommend you first read the book, and then try to find a competent teacher that could tell you, because that will help you tremendously. I was lucky enough to be assigned by Mr. Alan Wallace, his right hand at the moment, and I learned this technique around 13 years ago. And I'm making a video about it 13 years later. I cannot express with words the benefits that I got from here, but it's way more than you could ever imagine, I promise. But you need to be ready to do the work, because this is the kind of stuff all the spiritual people, in general, everyone is trying to avoid, because this is the real deal. This is how you really get to the bottom of the problem, of any kind of problem you could ever have. So, in this mental training, step by step, you will have an idea where you are in the scope and what to do, because depending on where you are, you will need to do different strategies to improve your attention. And this is something you will be surprised people just don't know. If you would know, if you would read this book, you apply in your life, you will have a very clear understanding on how you are going to become better and better and better and better in your life. I'm talking about the most mundane aspects. But not only that, you will find that whatever kind of meditation you like, whatever kind of teaching, if your attention is perfectly stable, your mind is able to rest still, then any teaching would do, any meditation would do. So you see how this is the missing link, the most important factor in everything. There's another book that I may do another video that is called The Mind Illuminated. That is a similar book, and it's done completely outside of Buddhism concepts. Well, not really. Actually, it's very much Buddhist too, but it's also done with more like full manual thing. Well, I will talk about that book another time. This is the one that I'm recommending you right now. It's a great step. And if you're patient and you work with your attention, you will get more benefits that you can imagine, literally. I mean, I could start talking about how to, but it will depend on your life. Just think about any problem you have. I'm talking in a very practical sense, okay? Meaning that I'm talking about problems at your work, problems that you are tired all the time, problems that you cannot find your motivation in life to, have your purpose in your life. You cannot find physical energy. You cannot find what it takes to solve a problem you have. When your attention is stable, the problem, whatever it is, the solution will reveal itself because your attention will embrace more subtle and complicated aspects of the problem and will see that it's actually not a problem. And you'll see exactly how to react to the situation in the way that is of benefit, not just for you, but also for everyone involved. Well, I don't know if I made a good. I have no relationship with any organization or affiliate link or anything like that. I'm doing this because I think this book should be known by everyone, at least in the spiritual community. And I really know why it's not such a well known, although in the circles of serious meditators, everybody knows Alan Wallace, but he's not a mainstream. He doesn't say things that will please people, although he's a great speaker and can bring very complex topics in very simple ways. So you won't find it complicated, and yet you will be shocked by how straightforward is what you're looking for. So this book will help you to calm your mind, to finally be completely aware, not being distracted by thoughts or by tendencies, and just realize the perfection that is already your life. You can realize the depth that will make you feel free in every circumstance in your life, ever. I don't want you to believe me. I want you to try it. No strings attached. Alan Wallace, I'm pretty sure he doesn't care about how much his books are sold. He doesn't care about that. So you're ready to do the work, if you're honest, if you're tired of seeing how your mind is just looking for new ideas, new books, new trainings, well, this is the end. This is the end of all that. This is where you become a pro. This is where you upgrade your skills to no doubt, to full immersion in it, not knowing. This is how you undo your mind, how you pacify all the suffering in your life, step by step. You want a gradual methodology, there you have it. You want a direct point, get a direct point, and this is it. You say, okay, fine, I understand this is it, but how would I get there? Well, that's what you need to do if you want to do something. And if you don't want to do anything, then just enjoy your life. But if you complain or you feel that you're missing or lacking anything at all, you need a solid structure that will take you beyond yourself.